Welcome back, Knights of Apollo, to Medieval 2 Total War. Once again, we've got a siege battle between some fierce factions, and this is a 2 versus 3, and joining me is TheRyanKing. And you might be thinking, well, hold up, did I just get into a time machine to 2015? What is going on? Alright, so if you've been a long-time viewer or sub of my channel, then this is like the foundation. This was the start of my channel, and me, or TheRyanKing and I, we wanted to take a little bit of a nostalgia trip. And honestly, it's not a nostalgia trip. Sure, we've played this game for many years, it's an old game, but the game is just good. It's not about nostalgia, it's just a good game. We wanted to play a good game, and that's what we got at 3 vs 2 in the Blizzard. We got a fortress. Oh, dude, this is awesome. We were just cheesing the whole time. This was so much fun. We had a blast. So let's jump in, look at the factions, and get this one started. So we'll start with the defenders. TheRyanKing is playing Denmark. So Denmark is pretty cool. We're also playing early period. So you're not going to see the heavily, you know, we do have some feudal knights. That's pretty cool. But you're not going to see like the typical units you usually see when you play on all periods. So Denmark is a solid faction early period. And then I am playing as the Russians. The Russians are cool because they do have the dismounted Drazina, which are very good. So that's going to be the heart of my army. I also have the Boyar Sons, which I'm holding back in reserve over here. Yeah, dismounted Boyar Sons. And the reason I'm holding them back here is they're in position where I could quickly get them to the front line. Here's my general. So, for example, if I see an opportunity where, hey, we're going to kill a lot of them, but I need to send some professional troops up there, they're going to be in position. Or if I'm like, hey, I need to retreat and get out of here, I can also do that by quickly going into the inner keep. We do have 2 catapults as well. So let's look at the attacking armies really fast. By the way, TheRyanKing is holding off against 2 factions. I do have a couple units on their way to support him. And I do apologize about the framiness. Every time they destroy the wall, it gets really framey. This is something that's been an issue since like Windows 10. It just doesn't work well on Windows 10, and it causes, it causes some issues there. Look at that. Steel and valor. Yes. So awesome, man. Just the sounds. It was great coming back to this game. I love this game so much. All right, let's look at the attackers now. So we have Scotland and the Byzantine Empire. The boys in purple, as I used to call them. Byzantine Empire is commanded by Host. He's got some Varangian. He's got some Spearmen. He's got a good mix. The Byzantine Empire is a good early period faction as well. So yeah, commanded by Host. And then we have Scotland. And he is also leading a mighty force here. Scotland's another solid faction early period. His name is the Jigger. So that's his name. That's his name. No comment there. And then over on the other side, we have the Mongols. Oh, I could go for some Mongolian beef right now. Let's go. You guys like Mongolian food? I love Anyways, the Mongols led by Yosopa, I believe. He's got the Mongolite foot archers. Over here, he's got some bodyguard. The Mongol infantry. These guys are nasty. Really good with the bow and really good with the sword. And of course, the Nafatoon, which can be a big problem when holding choke points. So good army here. Good armies all around. And now what we're going to do is we're going to get to the point where they destroy the walls and begin their assault. All right, knights, here we go. Scotland has given the order to march up their forces. Got some Highlanders, some Spear Militia, and the I forgot how to pronounce Galloglyke, I think is how you pronounce. Anyways, the 2-handed axes, they look awesome. So they're moving forward. You can see the damage they've done to our walls. You know, it is early period, so I think the biggest challenge for them as the attackers is they don't have gunpowder. They don't have the cannons that can really rip through these walls. So they relied on the catapults to break down these walls, and thankfully they are bringing a lot of siege equipment. Hopefully they'll use most of it because they're gonna need it in this assault, which is gonna be it's going to be pretty tough. So that's one little advantage for us. I think in this, I forgot to mention this, but in this battle, we gave ourselves 20,000 and we gave them 25,000. So they do have more armies and a little bit more money, but it's less money per player, if you get what I'm saying. The TheRyanKing has set up a Viking Raiders defense. He's got a couple of units here forming that V shape, V for victory, as I like to call it. And I do have some units making their way over to him, because keep in mind, the TheRyanKing is holding against 2 factions. I'm holding against 1, and not only am I holding against 1, it's also very close to our retreat position, the inner keep. So if things do go south, I can't really retreat, because if I retreat, it will cut off the TheRyanKing's reinforcements from getting into the keep. That is like one of the most important things in Medieval 2 siege battles as the defender. Know your retreat path and protect it. Do not let the enemy cut you off from retreat, or you're done. So my job is pretty important, but it's not going to be as challenging as the TheRyanKing's, who's taking on 2 factions. For me, I'm just holding and making sure the Mongols do not cut off our retreat. And the Mongols, they're actually playing this pretty smart. They're not attacking because he stands alone. He doesn't have any allies near him. So if he attacks right now, me and the TheRyanKing could potentially double team him and take him out. So I think he's going to wait for his allies to make some progress and then attack. And here we go. The first charge of Highland Archers. Me and the TheRyanKing, we saw this unit move up and he said, hey, he's got no infantry supporting these archers. Let's sally out and give these guys, you know what? Tell them what for, you know? But I guess we don't quite do it yet. But nice play here by the TheRyanKing, using the Norse archers to get some good shots off and trying to soften them up a little bit. And there goes the sally out. We're like, get out of here, rascals. Scat, you're not welcome here. And there we go. Tower catches on fire. That's the other thing, man. Like, towers can catch on fire so quickly in Medieval 2. And that was a huge help right there, because that's one less tower we're going to have to worry about. And here we go. My forces have finally made it to the TheRyanKing. These are not, like, professional troops, but they're just extra bodies to throw at the front wherever Ryan needs them. So I've got spearmen, and then I've got 2 units of woodsmen, which is just a big axe unit. You know, these are not professional troops. These are men that chop down trees, you know. But, you know, they got the strength. They know how to swing an axe. They've got that upper body strength. I'm sure they could, you know, do some damage in the right opportunity. And here we go. I'm sending over my spears all the way to the TheRyanKing's right flank, because Scotland's actually playing this pretty smart, and he's trying to maneuver a wide flank around on our defensive position. So, oh, look at this. The TheRyanKing charges out his general's bodyguard, which in early period is one of the nastiest units, really in all periods. The general's bodyguard can get so many kills if you use them correctly. And also, he looks like by the look of his spears, he also put an upgrade in attack. You can tell by how shiny the tip of the lances are, if I remember correctly. So a nice little move there. Scotland and the Byzantine Empire, they're going to move up their cav to try to scare off the general. It does smart play by the TheRyanKing, falling back, but good maneuver, good decision to send up this cav to protect his army, which is definitely what he needs to do. Now the Byzantine Empire, have they pushed up as well? Not really. The Byzantine Empire has not pushed up, so that's good for us. Oh yeah, they're still back here, because we can now focus down Scotland without the Byzantine Empire attacking this side, which I think that's a bit of a mistake. I think you've got to attack together, so it makes it harder for us to try to hold all of these different defensive positions. Now we got some feudal knights. These guys are going to do absolutely amazing in early period. This is like the cream of the crop right here in terms of units in early period. The feudal knights. I mean, even in all period, the feudal knights are a solid choice of infantry. So they have... this was actually a little bit of a mistake, a micro mistake by the TheRyanKing. I think he told his feudal knights to charge, But once he did that, he looked away, and these Scottish forces fell back, and so they sallied out a little bit. That's not our intention. I sent in the spears to kind of support these feudal knights, just to make sure they don't get, focused down. Here comes the general, and, this was a happy... Look how cool this is, these knights charging in. This was a happy accident, because now we have some archers in position to be charged by Cav, and unfortunately that charge was a little pathetic there by the general. Did not get a lot of kills there. He's losing troops. Scotland is counter-charging with some border horse, which is a very light, fast-moving Cav. I think a border horse is a good decision to bring to this battle. He also has his general's bodyguard going in. So the TheRyanKing kind of lost a lot of bodyguard there, but I think it was still worth it. It's just that charge didn't really do anything. And now I've retreated my spears over to the flank because Scotland has now pushed a siege tower to the far flank. So I just want to make sure I can go over there and help hold it. And sorry again for the framiness. It's because of, well, these walls going down. I don't know. It's weird. I don't understand why, but nothing else has performance issues. It's just the walls crumbling that causes the frame rate to just plummet. I still have some woodsmen over on this side. Let's go over to this front and see what the Mongols are up to. Attacking my wall. Attacking my wall. So they pushed up some siege towers and they've knocked down this wall here. They've also pushed up their archers. And that's basically all they have in this army is just archers. So, yeah, they're going to do their best to try to soften me up before they go in. But right now, I'm just kind of hiding my men behind the walls. I've got my archers up here. These are just peasant archers. Russia doesn't really have good archers in the early period. I believe this is the best archer unit they have. Now, as they go further in the periods, like I think it's like a high period or late period, they get the Devor. And the Devor, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, they're kind of like the Mongol infantry. They're really good archers, but also really good infantry. Man, and it is snowing hard right now. Look at all the snow coming down. It's so awesome. It's a Christmas miracle. So let's go back over here where things are getting spicy. Once again, Scotland kind of fighting alone here, which is good and bad. Again, it's bad because I swear, if the Byzantine Empire just attacked, they pushed up some siege towers, get some ladders up there, get everything you got up there and attack, because they could easily overwhelm us. But right now, we're only having to worry about Scotland. And it makes it way more manageable for us to hold. And the whole time when me and the TheRyanKing were playing, we were just saying, hey, should we retreat? No, let's not retreat. Let's keep holding because we're doing well. Like the whole time, we were like constantly thinking like, when should we retreat? And every time that thought popped up, we just simply dismissed it because we were doing a decent job, a great job holding back the Scottish forces here. Look at that, the feudal knights hold, and they're retreating, but they forced them to fall back. Still got some woodsmen. I've sent forward more units. I think I sent another spear unit to the battle, or maybe another woodsman unit, because I got some woodsmen up here that are going to confront the Galaglyke axemen. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. But I don't expect to win here. We got a little axe v axe, but I'm just basically delaying and preventing these men from flanking and supporting this fight over here, which we have feudal knights up here down to 48 men, but they fight on, and they're going to put up a good show. So here we go. Scotland now pushing up some ladders. I don't know if he's going to use them here or he's just getting them into position. Again, the Byzantine Empire really holding back. They're finally moving up some siege towers. And they got the Byzantine Empire has a lot of variety in infantry selection. I mean, they've got the Byzantine Lancers here. They also have the Latin Con, the Varangians. Like, these are all really good units. And I'm glad he's holding back the Varangian guard, because the Varangians, well, honestly, they're not good on the walls. I wouldn't put them on the walls, but I would charge them through the breaches because they have a really good charge bonus. And here we go. Here comes Scotland, sending in some spear infantry. I'm moving in as well to confront and to help the TheRyanKing, because the TheRyanKing at this point is starting to run low on infantry. And again, this would be the perfect opportunity to, you know, charge in and help Scotland, because we are starting to feel the pressure here of all these units. And here we go. I'm actually going back because I was going to flank this spear unit, but I saw another unit of Highlanders charged in, so I'm going to confront them. So just doing whatever I can, kind of just being a support player over there and helping the TheRyanKing wherever needs it. Back over here, still nothing. The Mongols continue to skirmish, which is fine by me. Take their time. I'm really just focusing. What I would do is just check over here every couple minutes, make sure nothing's happening, and then I'd go back over here and spend most of my micro time helping the TheRyanKing and making sure I'm plugging any gaps he needs. Now, a good move here by Scotland, sent in the border horse, but he's kind of got himself in a trap here, because here comes my woodsman, who, actually, what am I doing? I'm going for the spear militia. The woodsmen against infantry are like meh, but against cav, they can do a lot of damage. Well, doesn't matter because the border horse is dead. So very nice. My spears moved up. I think I moved them up to help deal with the border horse. The TheRyanKing's infantry still holding the main defensive positions he's been holding at the very start of the battle. Here comes the general's bodyguard, down to 7 men. Charging in, and oh, big time break. Now, these are just spear militia, but it was very satisfying to see multiple units break from the front line. And here comes the Varangian guard. At this point, we were really flirting with the idea of falling back to the second layer of this fortress, because we are kind of hanging on by a thread. Here is a good break. This definitely relieves some pressure, but at this point, we were definitely feeling the pressure to kind of fall back. I was going to charge the rear of these Varangians. This lone Varangian gets in the way and stops the charge. He's dead, though, but what a hero. Stops the charge from my spears. The Varangians now confront the spearmen. I can't talk today. Words are hard, right? God, this is just a big old throwback. But the spearmen are holding. I've got some infantry trying to help hold over here. We're breaking some Scottish, which is beautiful. And over on the walls, we've won. We've won on the walls. Look at that. I held them back with the woodsmen. Now, over on this side, the Mongols begin their assault. But unfortunately, I'm not paying attention. I think right at this last second, I realized, oh crap, the Mongols are here. Because they didn't attack for so long. I was so focused on the other side of the battle that I kind of let them just storm on in. So now I'm like, oh crap, I gotta send in my dismounted boyar sons. Again, this is my elite units, so I decide to only send 2 of them and send the rest over to the inside of the fortress. So at this point of the battle, we have decided it is time now to retreat to the inner keep of this fortress and start evacuating troops from the outskirts of the town. But, of course, I cannot let the Mongols gain control of this area because they would cut off the retreat. I'm also retreating my units over here. Eventually, I do. I got the dismounted Drazina. Now, if I could go back in time, I would have used the dismounted Drazina. I would have moved them over here to hold back the Mongols. I did not want to use the boyar sons just yet. And you can see things are really picking up here. Look at this. Oh, man. So cool with the castle in the background. The snow is falling. The Nafatoons are throwing their explosive or pot, like oil pots or whatever. It's awesome. Awesome fight. Just love. I love siege battles. Just the king of siege battles. Is it perfect? No, but it's so good. All right, here comes some cav. Now we're really in trouble. He's going to use his cav here to flank around and maneuver. I'm now rotating some archers, but these archers are out of ammo. You can see they got their little Peter Pan swords out, their little daggers, and they're going to go over and just help out. I'm just going to throw them into the fight. Here comes Denmark. So Denmark has evacuated a lot of his troops. Let's go look what's going on over on this side. You can see Scotland is now maneuvering cav, and they are finishing up. Tragically, these brave men are fighting to the death, making the ultimate sacrifice so they can save the rest of the army. We will remember them as they make this sacrifice. So, yeah, the Byzantine Empire is finally pushed in, and I would say at this point, the Byzantine Empire or the Mongols have the stronger armies, because Scotland's pretty much toast. I mean, they've got a couple units here and there, but overall, we really made them bleed to take this castle, and that's always good. Look at that, his cavs chasing these archers. I got some infantry here who are, I guess they got glitched out and stuck on the walls. I didn't even notice this when this was happening live. I was probably like, dude, what the heck? Look at them. They're just running and exhausting themselves. Isn't that nice? That's nice. But now we're evacuating. I'm getting some Drazina out of here. I'm basically, at this point, I'm trying to rescue whatever I can. Even units that are fighting in this big blob, I'm trying to get them out of here. The enemy have the walls. Oh, the enemy have the walls. I'm basically just sending in some units to, like, as little units as possible to hold back the Mongols so I can save as many units from the city. And there we go. Finally, these Drazina figure it out, and we're going to move them to the city. Move them to the city. So the great evacuation is underway. Scotland, they have now claimed the walls, but man, did we make them pay for it. Absolutely made them bleed for these walls, and now they have a whole another set of walls to take, and we are doing a mass retreat. So I've got a lot of healthy units that have not seen combat yet, and we've got a handful of troops holding over here. The Mongols are really pushing aggressively here. My Russian, there's just something, like, these battles just feel like they have weight to them. Like, sure, like, graphically they don't look as good as, like, Rome 2 or whatever, but in a way they do look better. Look at this guy stabbing the guy in the ground. Like, it just looks like a real fight. I don't know, it just looks more realistic. You know what I mean? Graphics don't look as good, but it looks more realistic in terms of the combat. This looks awesome. There's weight to the battle. But yeah, that's going to be it for my Russian forces. You can see Scotland's going to put in the final nail in the coffin of these troops here. And that's going to be it. That is going to be it. And we have gotten a good chunk of our forces inside the city. And this is all we have. The TheRyanKing kind of using his Huskarls, Viking Raiders, some more Huskarls. I think he also has some Feudal Knights in here. And then I've saved most of my dismounted dismounted Boyar Sons. Look at them. They look awesome, dude. Russia's a cool faction in this game. I even rescued some dismounted Boyar Sons. The TheRyanKing actually is like, hey, if you can save a Boyar Son who's already in the fight against the Mongols, get him out of there. And I did. And we've got a unit of 25. They're all bloodied. They've probably killed many Mongols so far, but the fight is not done yet. I'm going to keep them reserved, though. They kind of did their bidding there, and they deserve a bit of a rest, and I'll use them later. So now at this stage of the battle, guys, this is going to be the kind of like a little bit of a down. It gets a little slower here is what I'm trying to say, because they're going to prepare their forces for the next layer of defenses. So once again, guys, I'm going to most likely edit this out and restart or start again when they actually begin the assault of the second layer. And in terms of defense, I'm going to be mostly defending the gate, And the Ryan King is going to be defending this far side against anyone who attacks it. All right, so we're not quite where the enemy is attacking. I just wanted to show you this because this was hilarious. The Ryan King had a unit of Viking Raiders that he completely forgot about, and they were outside here. They actually got charged by the enemy, excuse me, and they were kind of stuck here, right? Because the only way in is the gate, and there's no way they're gonna make it to the gate. They're gonna get cut down. But the Byzantine Empire moved some ladders with peasants, and they're now using the enemy's ladders. And it was so funny because the player was like, "Hey, you're using my ladders," and he made like a little angry face. The Ryan King was like, "Yeah, thanks for that." So he was able to save this unit and get them on the walls and prevent any kind of like, prevent them from getting cut down. So that was a huge, so thank you, Byzantine Empire, for setting up those ladders. It does mean a lot.
Have fallen. Steel and valiant hearts must be our walls now.
All right, guys, here we go. So Scotland's leading the way on this assault on the main gate, and the Mongols are here as well. They broke down this section, and they almost broke down this section, but I guess they ran out of ammo. It's at 72%. Now, over on the other side, the Byzantine Empire is going to be leading the charge, and again, the Ryan King is going to be holding on this left front, just like he did at the beginning of the battle, on the left side over on this castle. So the fight has begun, and look at, they've got only one ladder up here. What? I go, okay, they got more over here, but they're sending in the Varangian Guard. They're sending everything they got, and the same thing over on this front. They are sending everything they have, and I've got my Drazina. They're going to initiate the defense. They're going to start off this defense. They're going through the gate. They actually did not break down the gate, but it glitched out and stayed open, which was, whatever. It is what it is. But I'm just holding two fronts, and now I'm getting my my catapult into position, and the enemy is going to go ahead and open fire on my defending troops. They're going to charge in some big two-handed units that are going to do a lot of damage in that charge, but once after that charge, they shouldn't be too much of an issue. And my dismounted Drazina are fighting the good fight here. I'm feeling good so far in this battle. The balance of power is still in their favor, but I'm feeling like, hey, they've only got two positions to attack. There goes my artillery. This is a dangerous game to be playing because I could easily do a lot of friendly fire. Literally friendly fire. The not so friendly fire. But I got to be careful because there's the way the enemy is positioned. Oh, yeah, see, like that. That was all me. I don't even think I killed a single enemy there. And I was like, you know what? Hold. Or I change targets and I go for the Mongol because there's a bigger grouping of enemies. So, yeah, that was kind of a costly play there. There goes the Scottish general. He's charging in. Things are getting spicy, but we are holding, even though we had some horrible friendly fire. Here we go. The Byzantine Empire is going all in, sending everything he has against the Ryan King and his Danish soldiers. And they still have more to send up there. It even looks like they're going to send over some infantry to help their allies try to push over on this front. And still, my men hold on. They hold strong here. The Drazina, they're a tough unit to crack. Once again, another charge by the Scottish general, and I thought this would be a great opportunity to kill the lad because he's bloodied up. He's in the thick of it. I charge out to confront the general. I want to make sure he doesn't escape. He's getting some good kills. He's putting up a good... Look at him. He's gotten like 5 kills since we've watched him. He's just going ham. Killing... Look at that. He's going crazy. Oh my gosh. Just every swing is a kill. It's like my biggest, dickest character holding the walls in Mountain Blade, Bannerlord. But thankfully, the Boyar sons confront the general and slay the general. And so the Scottish general is gone. The morale is going to be just utterly destroyed. And that's going to be it pretty much from the Scottish army. And really the Mongols too. Like, I don't really see a lot of forces out here. And then it's going to come down to the Byzantine Empire and the TheRyanKing. But the TheRyanKing seems to be holding quite well over here. And I think all the TheRyanKing needs to do is set up some archers and just fire at this big blob of infantry that are up on the walls. But yeah, he's held everywhere. Look at, he's breaking. The Varangian Guard are breaking. They do not fight well on the walls. They're going to get out of there, flee the battle, and this fight's going to continue up on the walls. And then over on this side, yeah, I've sallied out at this point. I'm charging out, going to try to take care of these Nafatoons. Not going to let them, you know, I'm not going to just sit back and take the fire pots from the Nafatoons. I'm going to charge out and deal with that. We do have some cav coming in, but they're really not going to do much. It's not enough to stop my horde of Russians that are sallying out. Look how awesome that looks. Oh my gosh, it looks so cool. Looks so cool. But a great fight right there. Really enjoyed that struggle. And now we continue to witness the fight over on this front, where the TheRyanKing is holding with his dismounted feudal knights. And then over on this side, he has more feudal knights and dismounted Huscarls, which are all very good units. And I think he has the Byzantine Empire right where he wants them. And I just don't think they're going to have enough to break through. The archers... Oh, no, these aren't archers. These are Varangian Guard in loose formation. He still has a lot of infantry back here. He has a ton of infantry. But at this point of the battle, guys, it doesn't seem like it's going to happen. Some Byzantine spearmen with the big egg-shaped shields. They look like pills. I always call them the pill shields. Though especially ones that are like half painted. They look awesome. I love the different varieties. So cool. There we go. And the Byzantine Empire at this point just admits defeat. He realizes that the siege is not going to happen. They're not going to be victorious. And there we go, guys. Victory for the good guys. Okay, no. GG to all the players. This was a lot of fun. You can see that the Byzantine Empire only got 184 kills. That is, I think he would have done a lot better if he just attacked with Scotland at the same time. I think that was their biggest mistake. Good job by the Mongols. He was all by himself most of that battle and got 500, 600 with the Scotland, who got the most. And then over here, I got the most kills overall. But look at this. The TheRyanKing got 1,000 kills, but only lost 500. I think our KD was about the same right there. So I've lost 1,000. He lost 500. I think his is a little bit better, actually, but pretty similar. So pretty cool fight right there. Really, really enjoyed that. And then you can look at the kills. Let's see. What do we got? Who got the most? 164 by the Boyar sons. No surprise there. Anywhere else? 132 by Spearmen. Wow. Okay. Did not expect that. Holy crap. That's a lot of kills for Spearmen. Some units didn't even fight, like my general unit, he didn't even fight. Unlike the TheRyanKing, whose general, he went in. But that's going to wrap it up here with this little nostalgia trip. I think what I'm going to do is try to do, like, once a month, do, like, a Medieval 2 battle or siege, just to kind of keep it alive, keep it going. It's not over yet. It is pretty dead in terms of multiplayer, but you guys get on, play some multiplayer. Who knows? You might be facing me. All right, that's gonna wrap it up, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to sub and like and share and everything. It does mean a lot. It helps the channel. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on the battlefield.